All right. So, what I thought I'd do is come in here, jump in here real quick, and see if we can go through. This is Madden 25 on this is on the Xbox Series S. And what I've done is I've gone in and I've taken over the Cowboys, my team. So, yes, I'm a huge Cowboys fan, so I've taken it over. But one of the things that I did do is we let Mike McCarthy go. And what we did was we decided we're not going to do anything here. Is this managed team? Oh, maybe I'm in the wrong one. Let's go staff. There it is. Oh, no, I don't want that one. We want this one. And real quick, we're going to edit the appearance of the coach. We're not, but we're going to show you. And then something new. Rhona. Rhona Brooks is now the first woman head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, first woman head coach in the NFL at this point. Granted, it is just Madden, but we thought we would go ahead and do that, right? So she is still using Mike McCarthy's playbook, defensive styles, apparel is the regular Cowboys apparel, right? And there she is, Miss Rhona Brooks. She will say the changes. Didn't do much, didn't do anything there, but okay. So that was the first thing that we're going to do. So I can't wait to see what it looks like on the sidelines there. We have three new messages down here. So that is something that's it's not different. I think there's always messages there. I ignore them, right? Like here, trade block for a halfback. Jalen Warren from Pittsburgh is on the block, right? Um, I don't consider him a possible upgrade from Zeke, but um, that could be partly my fandom, partly I'm not a fan of Jalen Warren's anyway. Um, but yeah, I don't see that as something I'll be interested in. Here's one right here. It says, uh, interesting right outside linebacker on the trade block. Now, of course, I went in and I moved Maris Leofau to middle linebacker because from what I've seen is he's backing up Kendricks. Kendrick is the middle linebacker. Leofau is the heir apparent for that position. Overshown is going to be the weak side right outside linebacker. Right, Damone Clark is going to be the strong or the Sam, but he's also going to be kind of sharing time with Micah. Micah is going to be linebacker and defensive end. So I moved Micah to left outside linebacker just to allow that moving around, right? So on in the base 4-3 defense, we're going to have Micah at the Sam. We're going to move Damone Clark over to the weak side, the Will, and then we'll have Kendricks in at the middle linebacker spot, the Mike spot. And then what we'll end up doing is now Sam Williams is out for the season, right? So they had to go in and get Al Qadad or Al Qadi, or well, I can't even pronounce his name, Muhammad, and then they also went out and got Shaka Tony. I might add those guys, but we also can only have 75 players. Well, they have 90. So they have, in real life, there's 90 players. So we can't have all the players that are on the roster. But what I usually like to do is I do like to fill it out to 75 just for, and then I have actually a set number of each position that I like to have during the preseason and then during the regular season too to fill out my 53. So preseason start, we can go to the schedule, but don't need to do that here. So even the messages are there, but uh, everything's here. This is something from 24, still there, the training camp. Um, I was in there looking at it earlier, and I don't know that they've added anything new here, but when you go and do the weekly strategy, they actually do have lineman drills now. So that is pretty cool. That was something I saw and I was like, oh, okay, that's nice, right? So we look at our staff real quick again. So we're just gonna look at our franchise staff.
Welcome to
Obviously,
your franchise staff. Here you find the right coaches to hire for your staff and upgrade them to help improve your team both on and off the field.
All right, so we got our head coach. Then we got whoever this guy is. He runs a vertical zone run, so that's fine with me. One of the things that I do like to look for, though, is with the offensive line guru, I do look to see if,
Staff points can be used across all of your staff characters. To access talents down a tree, you must purchase at least one tier of the talents above them. When you have enough staff points, you can to see what effect each talent. Some talent trees make you select a path to
okay,
follow.
so in 24, this was all there. But this is the one thing that I do look for right here is I want my offensive coach to have this right in the tree somewhere that I can shoot for, right, and hopefully get there before he gets swiped up by another team if my team is doing well, right. And then same with the defensive coordinator. What I want is a defensive coordinator with, let's see what we got now. We got toughness for cornerbacks and everything like that, but when I'm looking here, I don't see it, right? And what I'm looking for is the same thing, that Mauler type thing. And don't tell me it's here. And we you can boost the strength, but I want it for the defensive line, and it's not there. So he'd probably be the first one to go, no matter what. Wait, there it is. Nope, middle and outside linebackers. If I was running a 3-4, that might, that would be interesting to me. I'm not saying that but it would make it so that he wouldn't go. So I wouldn't be ready to get rid of him so quickly. But right now, it's like I'm almost ready to get rid of him now. But I'll keep him for now. And then, the typical player personnel. This is usually the last. It's not until I've maxed everybody else out that I start throwing points into here. But we got to get these points up. We got to get certain points up here. I usually go for this first, and then down here I go for that because now you can add in more focus players for your weekly, um, and so I definitely do that. And then I start looking at things over here for like experience, increasing the experience. But I stay with this tree first. Okay, so that is our staff. And then our roster, where is it? Right here. So, okay, don't need them to talk anymore right now. But here we go. So, as you can see over here, we got our typical. Now, in Madden, not in real life, Hoffman actually has improved greatly to the point where he is the starter and BB is fighting for the starting position and possibly won't get it at this point, but it's possible. Over here, Guyton is a definite upgrade over um, the current people, and then Idoga is, I don't know why they ever moved him out to tackle. He wasn't a tackle when he was with New York. He was inside, and I think he was even getting reps at center for a period. Like they were trying to transition to center, but that didn't work, and he got injured, and then New York just couldn't figure out what to do with him. Cowboys get him, and then they make the mistake of wanting to put him on the edge out there at tackle, and then that one game he was pitiful, and it was like, well, he's out of position for one, and he's not a left tackle for that's clearly the case, and we don't understand why they were working so hard. So, Awesome Richards is right now the backup, and then we don't have anyone else but Nathan Thomas, late round draft pick for the Cowboys, was a tackle in college, but they were moving him inside as a possible backup for um, guard. Now, of course, I don't see Tyler Bass here, but Tyler Bass is the backup right behind Martin right now. So this is kind of, and then yeah, well, let's go is out here on the left, and then Josh Ball is also at guard now, not at tackle. So you can see how well Madden keeps up to date with things like that. So Ferguson, Schoonmaker, Hendershot, and I don't think John Stevens is actually on the team. They have the other guy. I may bring him on, but in truth, it's a numbers thing. I only like to bring on, in preseason, 4 tight ends, and then during the regular season, three, right? And then I like to have 3 tackles, 3 guards, 3 centers, three across for preseason simply because this is what happens. Madden will, if a player gets hurt, right? Madden will, especially if you sim, and Madden will cut a player to add another player so you have the minimum number of players at a position. No matter what you have your settings on, it just does it. It will do it no matter what. So now we have you got Lamb, you got Tolbert. Lamb is sitting out right now in real life. Yeah, the Cowboys are the worst team at making deals, even though they believe themselves to be wheelers and dealers. And it's like, I don't know, best deal they ever made, Jerry Jones ever made, buying Cowboys. Hands down, best deal they ever made. Okay? Yes, that was some wheeling and dealing. But from Emmett Smith on, every contract you have done you can't say you won the contract. You haven't. Emmett, Tony Romo, Dez Bryant, Dak Prescott, DeMarcus Lawrence, every single time. The only contract you actually saved money on, 2 of them. One was Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith, because that's the kind of guy he is, right? Yes, you got him like this huge 8, 10 year contract at a just not bargain basement, but at the time it was still big money, but it was decent, right? And it wasn't bad. Jalen Smith, hometown discount. Problem is, you bring in a defensive coordinator, didn't know how to use him. He loses confidence. He can't, and then all of a sudden he can't find it back, and then he doesn't fit the scheme of the new guy coming in, Dan Quinn. So, so yeah, you had to eat it there, right? You go out and free agency. You bring in I cannot remember his name, cornerback. Yeah, $50 million contract. You bring him in, and unfortunately, the last year or so, you had to let him go, and of course, you had to eat the money for that contract. But look at Dak. If you let Dak go right now, that's $42 million in dead money next season. So yeah, you're not winning the contract deals. You guys aren't the wheelers and dealers that you think you are. And then this arrogance that you have. You'd already pissed off Lamb. You got Micah sitting there going, "Whoa, boy." It is crazy to me, right? And then Zeke, right? That was an awful contract you signed with Zeke. You should just let him go then. But no, you signed a contract and give him $90 million, and then you get mad, and then you have to end up cutting him anyway, right? It's like, no, dude, you guys aren't wheelers and dealers that you think you are. So, and then I'm a Cowboys fan, but I have the same issues and problems that all Cowboys fans have, is that we're sitting here and we're held hostage by the arrogance of the owner slash GM. So we just deal with what we got. All right, so off my soapbox and back to this, right? So you got Turpin, they don't have his picture yet, and I don't know if they're ever going to get that updated. Jalen Cropper, Cooks, and then you got a bunch of guys there you can't see. And then here's our defense. Now I've moved some people around. Nealon, he is still at left. He's still a left end, but there he is backing up Sam Williams. Sam Williams is out for the season right now. So if this was up to date, then Nealon would be the starting right end, not Michael. Michael would be starting at Sam. And then for nickel, that's when Michael would move down to end, right? And basically Nealon would come out, and it would be Micah and Lawrence on the ends. Then you got Mozzie and Odigizua. Um, I don't really like Odigizua in the base defense. I think he's too small, and I think that could hurt us in the run game. I would like a little bigger body there in base. He's perfect for nickel, but in base, I don't know. It just seems like he would get run over. You got Diggs and Bland. Diggs is making his way back, but he isn't there. I moved Mukwamu to corner. Um, so he is like the fourth corner, and then Carson's bringing up the fifth spot on in corner. And then during the regular season, I like to keep five corners. So technically, or basically, this would be my five corners right here. Hooker, Redwine, and Thomas, and then Wilson and Bell. I don't know that Wilson has been extended yet. So if he hasn't, this will be his last season for me because Bell, I think, can come right in and take over. Then you see Clark, Kendricks, and Parsons are the linebackers in base. And then our special teams, Aubrey and Anger, even though I think Anger's getting old. But he's still one of the best punters in the league, so even though he's getting old. And then my problem here is you can't make the punters the punter is the punter the holder? He might be the holder. I don't know. They make the second. I think they have the second string quarterback as the holder, and that's annoying because it should be the punter. There's no team that actually uses their second string quarterback as the holder anymore. It's like, man, catch up, man. Long snapper. Usually it's a tight end or and I'm like, I'd cut him already. I was just like, well, he doesn't serve any purpose on the team except long snapper, and you can just put you can put your center or whoever in at long snapper. So what's the point? And then over here you can see right now this is the default. I haven't really moved anybody around for the nickel. When you see they got Bell in the slot, and that's not the way it's going to be, but I can just easily slide him up, and then back up to him is Carson right now for the slot. And then again, Parsons left in, backed up by Williams. I don't know what Leo Fowles doing there, but okay. And then your defensive tackles. Generally, I would probably have Golston and and Odigizua, OC, uh, like that, but I might slide Golston into the one because basically that would technically be your one technique there, and then OC would still be the three technique right there. And I think it does matter from a rush standpoint. So that's how I would do it, even though it seems like Golston is starting over OC, but he's not. It's just that the way they have it, because they haven't really given you the ability to really get detailed in it and say, okay, no, I want this guy in at my one, and this guy at my three, right? And instead of just so you have to do it that way. And you can see Lawrence with Nealon backing him up, and then Tyrus Wheat. I moved from left outside Sam to right end. He is a defensive end or rush linebacker. He's not a Sam. He's not, and so. And then you got Kendricks. They like in Quinn's defense. Yes, Bell would be your second linebacker there, but not in this defense, right? It would be Clark and Overshown, and more than likely, in truth, depending on how well Clark and Overshown are playing, it could be Kendrick's, just in the base, and Overshown and Clark, because that's who I'm trying to develop. I would have Overshown and Clark in at the two nickel linebackers, right? And then with Kendricks maybe backing them up in case one of them gets tired or goes down. At the slot, they have Tolbert here. In truth, I would probably put CD at the slot, put Tolbert at the basically at the second receiver position. So when I'm in a three receiver set and I have a slot, CD slides into the slot, Tolbert slides over into that receiver on the left hand side, and then Cooks would be my receiver over here. And then what I'm doing, and the reason I do that is because that gives me a chance to really concentrate on Tolbert and bring him up, right? And CD's going to do what CD does. So, you know. And then they got Elliott as both the third down back, the receiving back, and the power back. And in truth, only thing I would do is I'd probably slide Vaughn up in here as my third down back, right? And then that's that there. So real quick here, we're not gonna spend a whole lot of time here, but we're gonna just go and we're not gonna actually play a game. We're gonna just go in. If you notice, there's no menu music, right? I did put out a video already earlier today with the menu music, and boom, it was completely banned. So, I mean, all places. And then I have another one showing how I imported my wide receiver from Road to Glory in from College Football 25. And that one is partially banned, right? So it's banned in some regions and areas, so not everybody can see it, right? I'm thinking, maybe different countries. It says countries and regions. So that and it's the music. I'm assuming it's the music. I'm thinking that's exactly what it is. So I just said, all right, screw it. I always turn the music down when I'm playing personally on myself. Just get it gets annoying after a while. It's just not me, right? I mean, if it was Tupac and all, my old school stuff, I'd be listening to it. But this stuff they put on there today just doesn't do anything for me. So I just leave it, right? So what I wanted to do though was take a look at training camp and look at some of the drills. We're not going to do all these drills, right? Normally, I got to be honest with you, the one drill I never do is the defensive battle, the DB battle, and I don't do those because I suck at them. So they can get on my nerves, man. It's like I don't like it, and so I don't do it, right? Pocket protector, that's the new one. That's the lineman drill, right? So that one's interesting, right? It's so it's interesting. The ones that I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna try to do the target passing, rushing attack, maybe look at the receiver battle, and then a pocket protector. And then I think that's it because yes, my stick skills are lacking, right? And chase and tackle, sometimes I'm good, depending on that one really depends on on the linebacker that I'm controlling at the time. This one here, it's annoying because they picked that one. That one's harder than the regular one. There's two trench battles, and the shorter one is just way easier to do, right? And then it's like, but they picked this one, and it's annoying and it's hard. It's just harder to do. But here, let's get into this real quick here. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna use Trey Lance, right? I gotta be honest with you. Sometimes I actually do go in and modify his stats a little bit because they have his awareness down at like to get him at a 65 overall because of some of his other skills. They really drop down his awareness and something else. But if you take his awareness and just put it up into the 50s or low 60s, right, with all the other quarterbacks out there, all of a sudden he's like a 70 something overall quarterback. And you're like, but it's like, okay, keep him down to 65, they got to, I think, artificially lower his awareness. And because I don't think he's that bad. So I might boost that up to like, the number that sticks right here in my head is, might boost it up to 64. Just take his awareness to 64 and not mess with anything else and see what that does to his overall. And I think it's going to give him a huge bump into the 70s if I do that. But I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? But we're going to go ahead and we're going to run this, right, real quick. And this drill is kind of, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not saying I'm an expert at this drill because certainly am not. Right? And then, I just, right here, based on where the targets are, I say, okay, this is where I'm going to go with it. I decide. Oh, I thought I was going to get that one target in the back there. So I was like, I try to line up two targets. That's really all I did. And then, like this one here, oh, didn't get the second one either. So the key is you got to get at least one target. No matter what, you got to get at least one target. So the trick is, trying to get that second target on the end there, right? There, see, there we go. Ready. And then lining it up, and then, all right. There we go. Because now when you get the multiplier up there, then all of a sudden it starts working for you. So you get in here, and then boom. So, and then again, like I said, it's not that I'm an expert at this, but we're gonna try to line it up. All right, here we go. See, only one target. But at this point, it don't matter. We got the drills done for us. Ready? So just finishing it out. All right. Now getting into gold, and what I like too is with the training camp. So look, we got the skill point boost. We got an extra 2,000 experience. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna bring Deuce in here. Deuce Vaughn. The younger you are, and then one of the things I haven't noticed yet is XP. Like when you can go in and change the XP thing. I didn't look for it. I thought I did earlier, but I'll have to look again because right now it's just base, whatever it is, 100, just 100%. So nobody gets any extra, nobody's getting any less. Oh God! All right, so you can see now we're talking about my stick skills, and then they did change this drill up though, and now there's a third guy back, so there's a safety feed. So oh, before there were just the two linebackers. I don't know why he ran backwards because I was trying to do it, and they extended the time. It's like I was running it earlier, and I was like, what the world? And it's not an overly complicated drill. It's like, oh shoot. Now, what's funny? Come on, Luke, you gotta knock a little bit, man. Tie him up. That's all I need you to do is tie him up. No, the first time I did this drill, went over. I juked into him when I was starting to mess around there. First time I did this drill, though, I was at 102,000. So I came in this drill overconfident. Get it, little guy. There we go. I think you still only need to get 50. I think you need 50,000 for gold. Now you see me diving in there because you used to be able to, that used to be the celebration. Come on, get him, Loopy. Ah. All right, we still got gold. All right. Lipke. Hunter Lipke. Never call him all sorts of things there. Everything but his name. I will come back to that one. Let's look at this one real quick. Right? And then we want to do Tyler Guyton. Now, I wasn't very good at this drill the first time I was trying it. And the first time I tried it, I didn't know what I was doing. He cannot. Oh gosh. Oh shoot. How many times is he supposed to be? I thought you could. See, I told you. So we're gonna try this one again. Somehow I got. It's way different in weekly training. Ran too much. Oh, I ran into a circle. All right. Again, as you can see, it's for me. It's gonna take a little bit to get used to it, right? Because you're running around. You don't want to hit his circle. You don't want to run into a circle. And here, this one, it's actually a little bit more than the other one. And then that just means, what I mean by that is, it's actually shooting more balls at the same time. Should we try this? Should I embarrass myself royally? And we're gonna, and which one are we gonna do? Damone or one's bigger than the other? And we're talking about Zeke. Zeke's gonna embarrass the crap out of us. I should just do Micah. All right. Any, mini, money, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Any, mini, money, mo. All right. If I don't get it, I don't get it. The goal is. Oh! I told you. I told you right off the bat that I. This is Zeke we're talking about. Get up, man! I could have had him. He would not get off the ground. Zeke's just making me look. Are you serious? Now, that's the part that really bugs me about this is it's like they could at least run to the hole. Run to the hole that opens up for them. Instead of they'll juke and go somewhere else that isn't open. And instead, all right, here we go. He is not to let him break so many where he's gonna get us out of the bronze. And then it's just a matter of getting used to it. Oh, all right. So we're sitting at gold right now. And of course, right there. See that? Yeah, here we go. Oh, oh. Do I deserve a goal for that? I whiffed like you wouldn't believe. Oh my goodness. Thank me later, the Marbian. Got you the gold. That was about two medals higher than I was expecting. All right. I'm gonna tell you right now, with the field goal and the coffin corner, let's try the field goal. All right. I don't like the new kicking thing, and frick, that is not the one I chose. That I gotta be honest with you. I don't even understand it. Press A for accuracy. Aim to kick. Oh, okay. That was my problem there. Oh, that sucks, man. Oh, that's awful. That is awful. That is the dumbest kicking animation I've ever seen. Why would anybody even want that? Press for accuracy. Oh, you see? That's the first time I noticed. I even knew that you had to do that power thing. And then you have to let it go at the right time. That's stupid. I gotta be honest, that's stupid. I hate it. Why is it moving? Dude, I haven't gotten a single point. Have I made one? Seriously, I've not made one. We're out of time. Eh, I have seriously went through with 0 points. I gotta try it again. This is the worst mechanic I've ever seen. Did we get the bronze? I'm done. Dude, I hate this. Did it go through? This is the. I don't know what the point of this aiming thing. Because if you don't aim it, or like I said, if you don't get it within the region there, it doesn't matter where you aimed it. I guess that's the point. It's it's awful. I would actually, if I was in charge of this, I would have fired the guy that came up with this. Now, it wouldn't even have been like, no, that sucks. It'd been like, get out of my office. As a matter of fact, get out of the building. Don't come back. So, all right, let's give this guy a try real quick. And Jalen Tolbert. I said I was thinking about doing it, so might as well do it real quick. All right. Ah, missed it, missed it, missed it, missed it. Was going for the square. I fell for it way too early. I panicked. There we go. Nice. All right, come on. Dang it. Ah, my angle was bad. Oop. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, last rep. All right, so what's going to take some time, right? Because we got gold on that one. We got gold on there. We got gold there. Uh, yeah, that pocket protector is going to take some time. It's just practice, get used to it, right? Chase and tackle, we got gold there. And this one, oh my gosh, right? The other ones, I may come back at another time before I move to next week. Move to the next week and do this one. I'm not. Oh, this one. Okay, so this is the one we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it with Dak. He's a little bit more mobile. It's probably gonna suck at this, but this is very similar. All right, I don't know what I'm supposed to do to start. Okay, all right. Oop, stay in a circle, and then not get hit, and then not running. All right. Whoa! Get out of there! Ugh. Oh, oh, wrong one. Don't get hit. Hmm. See what I'm saying? That's that one. Like, so these new ones just gonna take a minute, right, to get used to it. Do it a little bit, and then you come back, and yeah, I'm just gonna take that. It's, you know what I mean? Yeah, we'll sit here all day just trying again and again and again, just to till we get better at it. And I don't. But that's good. I like it. I like it better. I like that one better than the old one they had in there from 24. Even though the one they had in there from 24 was pretty cool, it'd be nice if they had just made all three available there. You know, you could have taken all three quarterbacks through. Um, this one is basically the same as this one, except you're in the red zone. Like I said, this one is just annoying because it's the long one. So you got to win five different battles, and they gang up on you. And then defensive back, there's two now, right? And I suck at both. Oh, that's the one that I just and in the coffin corner. Um, I'm not gonna try this again with that same mechanic, and do the coffin corner with it. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. And then they didn't change anything else as far as I can tell. There's supposed to be some added stuff in there, like um, like here when you go into weekly strategy.
Welcome to Weekly Strategy. Each week you can find valuable info. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent. You can also view more specific play calling.
All right, so here I'm not a fan of it at all, really, to tell you the truth. And then the reason being is this, right? No matter what you choose, right? There's going to be positive and negatives, right? So you're going to be better at inside run defense. But guess what? Inside run play action, you're going to be worse at. And also outside, running outside, right? If they bounce the run outside, it's going to be bad. And it's the same here, right? And it's like, well, this is too generic of a game plan. It's too watered down, and it's like, okay, you know, I want more detail, right? What am I doing, right? Am I in this case you pick a player, right? But look at it. You got Matthew Stafford, right? And he can, is either deep pass. If you choose deep pass, guess what? Your DB run support is bad, right? Of course, yes, because you're playing for deep pass. Then your intermediate pass coverage is bad. It's like, well, let me choose this. Let me choose how I'm playing Cooper Cup, right? Let me choose how I'm playing Puka Nakua at this point, right? Let me choose, what the defensive line, like, give me, like focuses for each level rather than just you pick one of these and then you take the positive and negatives for it, right? Let me focus at each level. What's the defensive line focused on, right? What my linebacker group going to focus on? They're going to focus keying on the run, or they're going to, drop in pass support, right? Or are they really going to focus on that to help out with Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup, right? And then, am I putting? You don't give me the ability. You do in game, but it doesn't stick, right? Do I double, Cooper, or do I double Puka, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm playing against Justin Jefferson, can I do high-low coverage, right? Like can I play a man and then with the safety over top, and say, okay, here we go. That was going to be the whole game, But no, you don't get those in the game. You can kind of do it, but it's just not enough, right? There should be a game plan, and the game plan should be a little bit more intricate than this. And then if I so usually I just pick short pass. Why do I pick the short pass? Because it doesn't hurt as much in the run. It keeps my corners in to help out with the run. And then if my defensive line is doing their job and getting the rush on, right? They have to throw short. They don't have time to go deep, right? And so I just choose that. It's the lesser of all the evils, right? So you pick that. And then offense, I don't care. None of it really does anything. So it's like I don't care right now at this, right? And then during the game, you can choose to concentrate on running inside if you're in the lead, or inside runs.
This is your team profile, where you can find stats and play calling information about your team. Choose focus players each week who will earn extra XP. You can
So
also unlock a
right here, so like right this is the trench battle I was talking about. So I prefer this one Now, unfortunately for the weekly, it doesn't give you the same amount of experience, and you don't get the chance at the skill points. And this looks a little different now this time around. Oop, oop. Uh, and I come at the lineman. Oh God, hit him! Ah, dang it! Ah, that sucked. All right, get off. I totally missed him the first time through, and that sucked. I don't know what I was doing there. Well, you know what? Nah, we're just gonna let it go. He's probably gonna be our focus player all season, so you know he'll have plenty more chances to go for the gold there. And then in this one, we're gonna do it again. See, there's two, right? There's the pocket protector and then the sudden death. I'm not sure that one is that much different than the other. And whoa, I missed it. Oh, I hit the quarterback with it. God dang it. Ah, can I hit it? Yep. All right, we'll take the bronze. Like I said, it's gonna take getting used to running the big man around trying to knock those balls down. And then real quick with Cooper Beebe. Missed it. Ah, I will. Um, it's late and it's annoying. So we'll come back to that. All right, and then start training, and it's pretty much the same thing. Oh dang, Justin Rogers. I think his name's Justin. Hip pointer, so he's out. That sucks. And then that's it. And then upgrading the players. Deuce Vaughn, he got 2 points for both the elusive back. Trey Lance got 2 points. Wow, I didn't know that. I put him to improviser. To be honest with you, I like what it does for you. All right, Malik Hooker, zone upgrade. That works well for the scheme. Terrence Steele. Now our scheme, being that I believe no matter what, we're going to do vertical zone. So It should be agile, but what I want him to be is I want him to be green. So we'll let the power be green. And what I'll usually do is try to get him up right there and then start adding the agile. Uh, honestly, I think for now we're going to just boost the pass coverage upgrade. Tolbert. Now, I do deep threat, even though right now the scheme is not, because I'm going to change the scheme. So I'm doing the archetype that works for the scheme that I'm changing it to. Now, I think Madden actually likes the Edoga because he's ranked kind of high right there, or rated kind of high. And I didn't mean to do that. Dang it, because I moved him out to left tackle. So pass blocker is what we really wanted there. And then Hunter Lipke. All right. Now, here's the thing. I have 4 slots available, and I'm going to go out and we're going to add 4 players. First being a left tackle. Who's out there that's young? Greg Little or Carter O'Donnell? Uh, do we have 4G? Okay, yeah. 10 million. All right. Plus, we're going to cut him anyway, just temporarily. And then we need a right tackle. And the Peters experiment we don't need to repeat. But I do like Tyre Phillips. Now, usually what I do is I usually bring Tyre, and then, yeah, and if I'm doing a playthrough, I'll bring him in and move him to guard. 6'5", 330. You know, he's got good strength too, so he works well at guard. Isaiah Prince is another possibility as a backup, because that's really what we're looking for, someone to come in and be a okay backup for the preseason. So we have bodies. And to be honest with you, his price tag is just right. I can look for the guys that Cowboys have. I can look for, I can't remember their names right now, Bostic and I don't remember the other guy's name. But I'm not going to. Right now we have 2 right ends, so I'm going to bring in a third, and unfortunately, oh, there he is. So we can bring him in. Let me see if Shaka Tony is on here. Oh, Shaka Tony is there too. So I could bring both in. Now, for me, Shaka Tony is a little undersized. So if I had to, I would bring him in first. I don't know why we didn't bring Carl Lawson in. We did bring him in for tryout, and I would have brought him in first. Maybe they just couldn't get the money right, or something. Which one is what younger? They're the same price. This is my playthrough, so Lawson is. All right. Then we got one more spot, and I need a strong safety to, you know. Jamal Adams is already playing for somebody. Ryan Neal. He's got good speed. He's not that old. Come on board. Oh, shoot. He's taking all our money. All right. Now, here's the thing, though. So we go through and manage our roster and take a look at our roster real quick. The way I like it is I like 3 to 4 quarterbacks, to be honest with you, and then here. Let's just do the experiment while we're here. So, and then they let them prove me wrong because I'm talking from Madden 24 what his ratings were. Awareness. We're going to take it to 64 is what I said. And then his carry to 75. Not nothing over the top, but he is a running quarterback that can run with the ball, right? But if you look at his speed and his agility and things like that, that sends him over to, it does things. But now we look at his throwing power. He's got 91 throw power, so not bad. Look at the accuracies. Not bad, not bad. So he's not an awful quarterback right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say yes, he throws the ball away, but he's got average sense pressure. That's not bad, you know, because it's not clueless, right? It's not the other ones. And then he's an ideal decision maker. So, right, but I am going to put this on, and then I'm going to say that he covers the ball for all hits, right? Other than that, we're going to leave everything else the same. He's in the last year of his contract. We don't need to edit anything. And then just wait for it. We're going to save the changes. Remember, all we did was boost the awareness and added a bit to the carry, right? To put him basically where he really is. And he's a 73 overall quarterback. That's not bad. That isn't bad at all. It's not, it's not top of the line, top, but it's not bad. And you can build off of that. So again, it's like, well, in order to make him the third string quarterback and get him down to 65, they really had to lower that awareness to the point where it's like, okay, you're artificially lowering something to make it work. Running backs, I usually like to have 5, and there's 6. And then to be honest with you, these two, they wouldn't make my roster. Now, during the regular season, I like to have 4. Why? Because the fourth running back is the special teams guy. He is playing special teams. And then when I need to sit a player towards the end of the game to rest him, I put him in the third spot. And I don't want him playing special teams, so I need that fourth running back there to play special teams. So that's why. Just one fullback. And then I like to have 9 receivers. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's 6, 9, right? 9 receivers for because when these 3 sit after the first quarter or whatever, then these are the next 6, and these are the guys that are the special team guys, right? So right now they start out as the special team guys, and then these guys move into the special teams. So like to have that, like to have 4 tight ends. I got 4 tight ends. Even though I don't have John Stevens, I would love to have him instead of Spanford, but I'm hearing that Spanford is actually a pretty good, decent, and he was a steal to get for the Cowboys. I want 3 tackles, 3 guards, 3 centers, right? This is for injury purposes, and I gotta be honest with you, I would have cut him and brought somebody else in. Anybody cheap, just because he would be better. He's anybody cheap would be a better option than a 50 overall. God, it's already there, and he's undersized, 6'2", 290. Come on now. John Ball, like I said, I moved him to guard, right? Because that's where he's playing right now. But they might be sliding him back out because he's not doing so well at guard. Um, and I might switch them, right? And then it switch Tyre Phillips with John Ball and move him inside with that girth. And then if this was another team that I was rebuilding, I would most likely do it just because he would be my backup, right? Over what I probably already have. But with this team, the idea is Tyler Bass is the heir apparent or one of the heir apparent linemen of the future. So got to give him a chance. Then I want three ends on each side, right? So there's my three, right? And then five defensive tackles, right? Then three linebackers at each spot. And I am missing one. That's because I'm long at the running back position. So I got six running backs, so now I only have two over here. And then eight. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So I'm way long at the corner position. I don't need this many corners. Got three at safety, three at strong safety, one kicker, one punter, and that's the whole team. So in truth, I would already be cutting, and right now I could cut him because he's traded away. Eric Scott played poorly in that first game. I'd probably get rid of him because of his speed. Same with DeBerry. They would right now they would be special teams and then they would get cut. Goodwin has never made my 53 since I've been playing. And he's the best special teams player they got, but special teams isn't the same in Madden. So it doesn't really make a difference. And again, like I said, here would be my top five. McQuamu moves him to back the corner, and then this would be my top five. And these two really are my special team guys, right? I'm not gonna keep Goodwin, who's old, he's fast, but he doesn't play corner for me. So why, you know what I mean? It just there isn't a spot for him. And then, yeah, so so those would be the changes that I would be making. Okay, well, I think as much as I want to get into a game, I am pretty much done for the day. And then we got messages again. So we got the preseason start, and it's the same messages over again. It just and then I don't care about the trade blocks that you're showing me. Jonathan Greenard is not. I'm not interested in it. I don't play a 3-4. I think he's more of a 3-4 rush end and not a will. Uh, like I said, I'm not a fan of Jalen Warren. He's not a primary back, in my opinion. Um, and then, well, we know it's preseason already, so I don't need to follow up there. So there we have it. All right, so let's see. I don't have to save because this is online. And again, we have a new head coach. She will be taking over. And as a matter of fact, real quick here, let's go to the team schemes and see how they have West Coast zone run. I would be changing that to vertical zone run, right? So right there, my receivers are deep threats, and then everybody except for the right tackle is a scheme fit. And then base 4-3, yep. And then that's how we would play it. And yeah, so that would be our Dallas Cowboys for the 2024 season in Madden 25. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And then maybe I will keep this franchise going and do more things. I just wanted to come in and show off the some of the new features and everything and talk about it, but I'm kind of liking the team where it is and kind of feeling like I wouldn't mind playing this franchise. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's still a couple of things I would probably do. I'd probably cut Snoop Connor and cut one of the DBs, um, if not two of them, and then that would open up a spot, three more folks to for me to bring on, three more spots for me, and then I'd probably bring in another linebacker, and um, I'd probably look at maybe another defensive tackle, and possibly if there's someone, and then basically best young athlete on the free agency on the free agent wire, right? Just best young athlete on the free agent wire. So that is probably what I would do right there. Finish up training camp and then get stuck into the preseason. Okay, all right. You guys be good. Remember, leave a like if you like what we just went through. Um, Comment if there's any suggestions, anything you think I should do differently, or if you think my logic is a little off somewhere, or if I might have said something that wasn't correct, feel free. And most importantly, so we can keep this going, keep bringing out more content, subscribe. It's free and it's very much appreciated. All right, be good.